Hey everyone, welcome to EEC 10. I'm going to be going over the basics of how the class is going to be run. First of all, EEC 10 might be one of the most fun classes you take in kind of your college career in ECE. What EEC 10 covers is analog and digital electronic components. We do some time frequency domain analyses and a lot of programming of the MSP 430, which is going to be C code, and you will be controlling this cool little robot. Now, instead of having you guys sit through lectures week after week, we are going to have pre-recorded lectures. Actually, these are going to be the lectures that were recorded last quarter, and that frees up our time during lectures to have more interactive, fun group exercises. All of my office hours will be handled via KarmaCollab. So at the end of this discussion on the syllabus and the schedule, I'm going to give you guys a demo and how to install KarmaCollab. And what it will be is a way for you guys to post your questions, for asking for checkoffs. And myself, the TAs, as well as your peers will be on there discussing and collaborating and helping each other out. There are 4 different lab sections. These lab sections will have a Zoom room for you to jump into. However, for the most part, labs will be handled via KarmaCollab. So as you'll see later, you can post that you need a checkoff, you can post for help, and the TAs will be dedicated to these fixed lab times to be monitoring KarmaCollab and doing video chats with you one-on-one, as opposed to having everybody in one big Zoom room and waiting for checkoffs. They will schedule it via KarmaCollab. So I'm just going to touch on some stuff that you guys should know about already. There was a survey that went out quite a while ago for us to ship to you all of the different components, including the MIDAC and the TI-RS-LK Max. We do not ship internationally, and if you haven't given us your address for shipping at this point, it's very unlikely it'll come in time. So you can contact us. Now, the parts that you had to order a mouser, I'd expect you guys would be getting that very soon if you didn't have it already. And you can check the syllabus to verify the parts you got are the parts you need. Lab reports are going to be due at the beginning of your lab session. So if your lab session's Monday, it will be due before the lab on Monday, meaning you need to get chucked off before the lab so that you can start the next lab. Now, we are going to be giving you extra credit points, and we consider these boost points because they boost your overall grade in the class. And one of these boost points is connected to do you turn in labs early? So for example, if your lab session is on Monday and you turn in the lab on Sunday, it means that you get 2 boost points, meaning you have to get a checkoff by a TA and you have to submit your lab documentation on Canvas the day before to get those 2 points. Now you get 2 points for every day that you submit early, up to 5 days. So theoretically, you could get every single week, you could get 10 boost points. The other opportunity to get boost points is going to be acting as kind of a student helper, a student assistant. So when you turn in your labs early, it means that you've already talked to the TA, you already kind of know how things work with that lab. Now you can dig in and you can help your classmates. Or maybe you've just finished a problem that somebody has a question on and you can aid them. So we're going to be monitoring kind of how much discussion is going on, who's posting, who's helping, who's doing one-on-one video chats, and this is all monitored using the Boost, the KarmaCollab app. And we will be ranking you from who's helping and discussing and participating the most and down. So the person who has been the most helpful, the most participating in the discussion on KarmaCollab will receive 25 boost points, and then we'll go second place, 24, and down from there. Now, at the end of the quarter, we're going to add up all these boost points. And if you had the maximum amount of boost points, which is 100, we will shift your grade up by 10%. So if you had, a total of 80%, we'll shift it up to 90%. As I mentioned earlier, the lectures, instead of being lectures, are going to be used for interactive group challenges. Now, there are two types of challenges. Typically, on a Tuesday, you will have what we call a research challenge. And this might be, we ask you to answer a couple of questions that you can find the answers either in the lecture that you would have watched before or from Googling and doing some research on your own. And so this is a very much so an independent research type challenge. Now, you'll do this in a group. The entire group will get the same grade. And the TAs, when we're checking you off, will select you at random to answer each of the different questions, which means that not only do you have to, understand the answers yourself, but you need to teach each other what are the solutions and why are the solutions that way, because we will be quizzing you and rating you in terms of how well did you answer the question. Now, the other type of challenge, and these typically will be on Thursday's lectures, are going to be a coding challenge or a design challenge. And this will require you either doing something with circuits or doing something with programming a piece of code. And we're going to see which group finishes the first, and they'll get the most points. And then people in those groups will then split off and help the remaining groups in the class finish as well. And so the goal is to work together as a team, not so much individually, because the groups that always finish first are the ones that work well as a team. And so that's what a design/coding challenge is. Participation in the class, typically we would measure participation by did you show up to the Zoom lecture. Instead, we're going to be using KarmaCollab, and KarmaCollab will monitor a lot of different metrics in terms of how much are you engaging with other students, how much are you helping, how many video calls are you getting into and talking with other students, how big are those calls, stuff like that. And we're going to be using that and the ranking based on that in order to determine, did you make the cutoff for getting full participation points? And that cutoff will be decided towards the end of the quarter. So to kind of give you an overall view of the grades, 10% participation using KarmaCollab. Challenges, the research and design challenges, are going to be 20%. Those are going to be in the lecture times. And the final project, which is to build this quirky little robot that follows sound, is going to be 30%. The lab reports, which are the bulk of EEC 10, are going to be 40%. So if you have any questions about any of this, you can post on KarmaCollab, and either myself or one of the TAs or even one of your students who knows the answer will respond. And now let me go into a demonstration and an installation for KarmaCollab. We're going to go over a quick demonstration of the KarmaCollab app. KarmaCollab is a platform developed for the ECE department, and it combines the best parts of Slack, Piazza, and Zoom into one app, with special considerations for how lab classes work, for checking debugging code, debugging circuits, and having more group discussion. So we are going to go over how to install KarmaCollab from the Google Play Store or the App Store, how to create an account with your UCD email, how to add the course, how to pose questions, video chat, and a lot of other stuff as well. So I'm going to start by going to the App Store. I'm going to search for KarmaCollab. I'm going to download it. And instead of opening from there, let me actually open it from my home screen. So technically, I already have a login, but for this demonstration, I'm going to create a new one. Let's call it Davis, Aggie. And create account. This is the main screen of KarmaCollab. We don't have any courses added yet, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna click the plus and let me add EEC 1. That is what we've been using mostly for demonstrations. And just for fun, I'm gonna add EEC 10 as well. So let's go ahead and add these two. You'll wanna enable notifications so that anybody who's trying to help you will pop up in your notifications, so you can either see the response or jump in a video chat. So this is the main interface of KarmaCollab. You'll see that in our demo class for EEC1, we have a bunch of kind of fake questions, but to kind of demonstrate the purpose of KarmaCollab. I have not posted anything yet, but let's first check out what's going on with some of these other questions. So let's check out Andre Kanosin, and you'll see that he asked, what is a resistor? People have been chatting. People have been going in and out of the video rooms. I can, chat in here and I can help them out. Or I can post a picture if I want to post a picture of, say, a circuit or something that I think would help people understand my question or help them answer theirs. Now you can also enter a video room. And so that's the next thing I'm going to show you. So I'm going to click enter video room and I'm going to follow the instructions on the screen. So let's go to video.karmacollab.com and a little QR code will pop up. You just got to scan it. And once you scan it, you'll see in your feed here that you have entered the room. And I'm going to take off this stuff and join the meeting. Now, anybody who's interested in discussing this question, or anybody who's interested in joining in on the talk with the TA that's maybe helping another student. So if you have the same question as one of your classmates and you see a TA is going to talk to them at a certain time, you can jump in and kind of learn from that as well. And these chats these video rooms can hold as many people as you'd like, or it could just be one-on-one if you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and click leave to get out of here. Now, let's say that, that person's question was answered. What will happen is that it will then go to the archive of all of the answered questions. And you can think of the archive as kind of a trending topics in Twitter, where at the top of the archive are the most popular answers or discussions. And at the bottom are the ones that maybe are less relevant. Maybe it's from a lab the week before and it's been submitted already and people aren't necessarily looking at it. And so this just helps you to sort through and see the things that are most relevant to you right now. Now, let's say you have a question. So I'm going to go on post question and I'm just going to, ask, hey, I have a bug in my code. Can we screen share, please? And post it. So you'll see Davis Aggie at the top. I have my question. Here I have a bug in my code. Can we screen share? I can click on that. I can add more details. I can add a picture if, say, it's a circuit if I wanted to. And then I can talk with my classmates. I can talk with the TAs. And if it's necessary, we can all jump in a video room together. Now, let's say my classmates are awesome. They found the solution. They helped me fix my thing. I can mark this as resolved. And once it's marked as resolved, it will enter into the archive. So next, I'm going to talk about our reward system. Now, as you're interacting with your fellow students or asking questions or answering questions, you will get points on KarmaCollab. At the baseline, just for being in here and maybe clicking in this person's question and kind of viewing the archive and stuff like that, you'll get some baseline points for that, just for using the app to help yourself through the course. You'll get more points if you're actually chatting with people, posting pictures, helping people out, posting questions, stuff like that. You'll get even more points if you enter into video rooms, have discussions, screen share, and things like that. Now, overall, what we're trying to do is get people to discuss and interact more. If you're the one helping mostly, you will get a slight edge in terms of points than somebody who is only getting help but not giving help. Now, if you want to view how you are compared to other students in the class, you can go to the leaderboard, and the leaderboard will sort you from who is getting the most points in terms of karma points for helping and discussing and being active, down to the least. Now, how your professor uses these points is completely up to him. You need to ask him about that. Some professors use it for participation points, some use it for extra credits, some use it to give you fun little prizes at the end of the quarter. And honestly, even without any of those, it's just nice to help your fellow students out. That concludes it for the demonstration of KarmaCollab. You can post your questions. You can get help from your classmates, from the TAs, from the professor. You can engage on questions that your professor has posted on here and get points for the engagement. You can check the archive to see what has been answered already, and get kind of quicker answers to your questions that are more relevant. And you can enter into video chats with either one-on-one with a TA, one-on-one with another student, or you can do very big group discussions to help each other, stuff like that. So good luck with your quarter and enjoy KarmaCollab. Great. Well, look forward to seeing you guys in class on Tuesday, and have a good remaining weekend for your vacation.